Hi everyone, I'm Michelle from Imagine Social Media, and we're going to talk today about social media and digital marketing for your business. So, I have a lot to talk with you about today. I'm going to share 10 quick wins that you can implement right away for your social media and digital marketing strategy. So, I'm just going to give people a couple minutes to jump in, actually, like a minute to jump in before I dive in because I have a ton of stuff to talk with you guys about today. And I want to be mindful and respectful of your time. So, hi, Michelle. Good evening. I know people are joining us from all over the place, so it's either good afternoon, good evening. Definitely comment below and let us know where you're from and where you're joining from today. Comment about your business. Let us know your business name. Just give us a little bit background of where you're joining from and what brought you to our webinar today. So I'm just going to go ahead and start the presentation. If you're not watching live, definitely drop a comment below too. You feel free to ask questions as well in the comments below, and I'll get back to everyone afterwards. I'll jump in. Feel free to shoot us an email at info@imaginesocialmedia.com or send us a DM or send me a PM, and we'll definitely answer as many questions as we can get to. So we're just going to go ahead and get started. Okay, so today I'm going to talk about digital marketing and social media for your business, which right now is more important than ever as businesses across the country struggle to connect and communicate with the clients, potential clients, and their whole community in general. So, we wanted to offer this free webinar to help small businesses ease the impact of these challenging times because we are a small business. I'm currently in my sunroom, which I've converted into an office. I've been quarantined for almost 40 days because I'm high risk and I'm located in New York. So I just hope everyone's staying home and healthy out there. I see somebody's in South Florida. Definitely keep letting us know where you're from, and I hope everybody is staying safe through these crazy times we're going through right now. So, we totally understand that digital marketing and social media can be daunting for many small businesses. There's so much noise out there, and there's so many people claiming to be digital marketers and offering to transform your business. You know, for a couple $1,000s a month, they promise you this, they promise you that, and you don't even really know what they're going to do for your business. Or if you're deciding to handle things yourself, you don't even know where to begin. Hi, Meech. Definitely welcome to the webinar. So we're here to help you. Let me just give you a quick background about me and just kind of tell you a little bit, about where I came from and a little bit about Imagine Social Media. I've been in social media and digital marketing since the Friendster days. I don't know if anyone even remembers Friendster, but how about MySpace? Even before MySpace, do you guys remember Tom from MySpace and our top 8 days? So I've been involved in social media since those days, and I spent more than 15 years as a journalist. I was involved in getting NBC to launch their first Facebook page back in the day. And I remember telling my news editor, hey Mike, this social media thing, it's going to be a thing. And here we are. It is the thing now. So I spent the majority of my career helping businesses, large and small, create, refine, and revamp their digital marketing and social media strategy. But my favorite group to work with by far is small businesses because there's stories behind every single one of your small businesses, whether you are a photographer, whether you're a realtor. Michelle is commenting she's in social media marketing and website design. No matter what your small business is, you have a story that needs to be told. So I'll also tell you a little bit at the end of the webinar about Imagine Social and how we help small businesses tell their story. So enough about me. Let's talk about the noise out there for everybody. We understand that digital marketing and social media, there's just so much noise behind it and so much noise out there. First and foremost, we recommend turning off that noise. There's you need to do this. You need to have SEO. You need to build a website. You need to be engaging this much. You need to have this many followers. There's so many things out there telling you what you need to be doing and, who can do it for you. And it's just pressure. Small businesses don't have the time to keep up. Just shut out that noise as your first step. We're going to talk about 10 quick wins that you can do after you shut that noise out that your business can implement right away. We could spend days, hours, months teaching you the ins and out of social media, but that's one of the biggest problems. It's just too much. Business owners often shut down or they just post with no real strategy because you have no direction. There's too much to sift through. But now is not the time to shut down or be quiet at all for small businesses. With all of the challenges that small businesses are facing right now, social media and digital marketing need to be at the top of your list to not only grow your business, but sustain it during these times. 97% of digital consumers have used social media in the past month, and 52% of online brand discovery happens in the public social feeds. So now's not the time to stop posting. Now's the time you need to find digital and social ways to connect with your audience, with potential clients, with your clients, and with your community. This is something that you need to make time for. So we're just going to kind of jump right into these quick wins that you can do. Quick win number 1 is be realistic. Drop the dreams of going viral for right now and set some achievable goals for your business. Be realistic. Define who's going to be doing your social media and digital marketing. Are you going to outsource it or are you going to do it yourself? If you're going to do it yourself, you need to get educated. We're going to talk a little bit more at the end about that, but we offer boot camps for small businesses that cover everything you need to know in a very realistic and doable way. Because let's be honest, as small business owners, we don't have a lot of time at all. I know I don't have a lot of time. My day is packed full as it is, and I'm sure many other business owners have the same situation. But this, again, is something that you need to make time for. So what are your goals? Do you want to increase brand awareness? Do you want to drive traffic to your website? Do you want to generate new leads, grow revenue, boost brand engagement, build a community around your business, customer service, increase your PR mentions, all of the above? Goals are important to not only tell you how well you're doing on social media, but it keeps you strategic. Social media is a key channel for brand awareness, engagement, lead gen, customer support, and much, much more. You need to look at digital marketing and social media as any other part of your business goals and strategies. And once you define what your goals are, then that's the time to tell your brand story with those goals in mind. As I said, every small business has a story, and you need to tell yours in a different way than traditional marketing and tell it consistently across all of your platforms. I'm going to drop a line here that I'm going to say consistently, probably 20, maybe 200 times in this hour. You need to be authentic. People's feeds are dominated by influencers, sponsored content, fake followers, fake news, ads, the whole nine. You need to build their trust, and you build that trust by being real. People want to buy from a person and not a logo. You want to create your brand story with that in mind, and you want to show the real side of your brand and your business to your followers. You want to be genuine, you want to be human, and you most certainly want to just be real. So this is an exercise that we do in our social media and digital marketing bootcamp to help you find your brand's tone. We tell all of our bootcamp members to choose 10 of these words quickly without thought. There's so many words on the screen, but pick 10 of them that really you're drawn to. And after you write those 10 words down, then you quickly narrow it down to 4. The 4 words that really, really speak to you professionally and when you think of your business. And then keep those characteristics close to your business psyche. Let them show up everywhere you post, in your blogs, in your emails, in everything that you do. Let them show up. Let them come across in your story, in your profiles, and everywhere. Having a strong tone helps you define your story. And once you define your story, you can take that look, the feel of it, and you can be consistent across all of your platforms. And make sure that you have a long version of your story and a short elevator pitch version. Because on some social platforms, like Twitter, you only have a certain amount of characters and stuff. Make sure that you can quickly tell your story in both a sentence and in a more long form. So when it comes down to creating the perfect, profile pictures and stuff, here's a look at some that are not so great. You want to make sure that your profile picture represents your brand, and you want to have consistent pictures across all of your profiles. Your profile picture should be clear. It should be concise. It should first and foremost, try to show some faces and some realness behind your brand. Don't just throw a logo up there and call it a day. If people are most familiar with your logo, then use that. But if people are used to, doing business with you as a person, then use a picture of you. It will help them connect more to you. Your content, your tone, and your voice, it should all reflect the branding and the feel of your business and the message that you want to send to your audience. Customize your profiles as much as possible. Use the brand colors, your URLs, the bio, all of it should be filled out with thought and aligned on all platforms. You definitely shouldn't just copy and paste though. You don't want to copy and paste what you put on Facebook onto your Instagram, et cetera, et cetera. You want to tweak it a little bit, but you want it to all have the same story and the tone and represent your brand in the same way. And use all of the fields available to let people get to know your business. Your usernames, your display names, they should all be very close and aligned. If your business name is taken, then make it something close to it. One thing I will definitely tell you to never do. Don't use the default thing. If you put in a username and, Facebook or Instagram or whatever, they tell you your username is taken, don't just accept business name 1234 or whatever they prompt you to. Find an alternate. For example, Imagine Social was taken on some platforms, so we started using Imagining Social where we needed to. So find something that's close to your business, but that you can kind of keep consistent on all your platforms so people can easily find you when they're looking for you on social too. You want to also have a clear call to action on all of your pages. You want to link to your website, and you want to cross-link to all of your social platforms. Let them, on your Facebook page, let them find your website. Let them find your Instagram. Let them find other ways to connect, and vice versa. And you want to, again, keep it real on all of your profiles. Show more of who your business is than, just throwing your logo up there and showing your products. Also include some personal stuff where it's applicable. For example, on LinkedIn, fill out the volunteer section. Include some things about your personal life, where it's appropriate. Again, people want to do business with people. They don't just want to do business with a logo. You're likely to get more like-minded connections. People might say, oh, you were a cheerleading coach? I was too. It can open conversations and open engagement that you wouldn't have the opportunity to if you didn't include all of these things. So having a strong cover photo is also really important because it's like your billboard. It's the first thing that people see when they come to your profiles. You want to make sure that you're following the size suggestions of all the platforms as well. We offer a bunch of tools and resources and hacks in the bootcamp that we run that I mentioned to help you make sure that you have the right sizing in your profile pictures, your cover photos, in your About Me photos on Facebook. You want to follow the size guidelines so that your picture isn't pixelated or your words aren't readable or they're stretched or cut off. So definitely take a look at some of these pictures I put up. You don't want to be that guy that has the blank cover photo background on LinkedIn or, doesn't personalize their profile in any way. You want to be the person that has this strong, profile picture of whether it's themselves or their logo, and then make your cover photo, something engaging, something bright. And if you're going to include text, make sure that, it's on the right side and it maybe asks a question or makes them want to scroll down to see what it is that you have to offer. And as you're building out your About Me sections and all of the different places that you can fill in on these platforms. Sprinkle keywords everywhere. Developing a strong set of keywords that you're going to hold close to your story, similar to those tone words that I talked about, it's going to be very important for so many reasons, but SEO is number one. We again, in our boot camp, we dive deeper into this kind of stuff, but I'd be on a webinar for hours if I taught you everything there is to know. So we teach some hacks and stuff on how to identify the best keywords for your brand and for your business. But take those keywords and sprinkle them everywhere throughout everything you do on digital and social. So quick win number 3, owning your digital footprint. Owning your digital footprint is so important, and your digital footprint is the trail that any user follows when looking for a solution to their problems. You need to take ownership over your online identity. Again, there's so much that I could talk about on the digital footprint alone, but I'm just going to give you a few quick hacks. So auditing your footprint and your SERP, which is your search engine results page, is number 1. What comes up when you Google your business or yourself? Search as if you were a customer. Put your business name or your name into Google and see what results you get. But little tip is to use an incognito mode to disable your browsing history. You want to get those results that they're going to get, not the targeted results that you're going to get because you're consistently already on your platforms and stuff. So another thing to do is making sure that as you're scanning your digital footprint, you're checking out how you're listed in a lot of these other search engines. And here's just a little snapshot that we got. I believe this is from Yext, of just some of the listings out there that you can check if you are listed on. Do a quick scan of the relevant sites to your industry. You don't need to go crazy and check every single one, but if you're a realtor, make sure that you're looking at realtor industry sites and making sure you're listed correctly. If you're a local business, a restaurant, check the next door listing. Just make sure that your listings on sites that your users will find you on are correct. Make sure your contact info is correct. If you have the ability to change any of the information, upload logos or images, do it. Correct any incomplete information. Check out reviews. Are you able to respond to some of the reviews? And if you are, make sure that you're doing it. Ensure that nothing confidential is posted, and check for any of the links or any of the information that come from your marketing sources, like your website, your social media. Make sure that there's no broken links or that there's anything outdated. Remove old information and or update anything. But overall, is your message consistent? Is your story being told consistently across all of these platforms, whether it's the ones that you can control or if it's some of these sites that you can't control? Clean up what you can on the sites you can control. Delete inaccurate things, like I said. Create new blogs and stuff to, put that story out there if you feel like your story is not being told in the first 3 pages of your SERP results. And try to answer questions that people might be asking in those blogs about your business. The biggest thing that you can do, if I had to give you one thing to do for your digital footprint, it is 100% going to be verify your Google My Business page if you have not done so already. It's one of the most important things to own and optimize. If you haven't owned your business already, you can start the verification process, which right now, I believe because of the COVID stuff, is taking a little bit longer to do the verification. But you just go to your Google My Business and you submit a verification request. Google will then mail you a postcard with this verification number, and I think it takes like a week. It says there about 5 days to arrive, but I've heard that it's taken a little bit longer with everything that's going on. Once you get that verification and you're able to put it into Google, then you're able to have access to your full dashboard on the Google My Business dashboard. And in there, you're going to be able to respond to reviews, which is so important. If people leave a review on your Google My Business page, if you own your Google My Business, you can respond as the owner of that business. And if that is so important to respond to reviews, whether they're negative, whether they're positive, or if they're neutral, if someone's asking a question, you're able to answer it. I'm going to talk a little bit more about that in a minute, but you're also able to add your physical location to Google Maps, which is huge for so many reasons. It helps in your SEO for local search. All of these things on Google My Business are going to increase your SEO huge. Adding yourself to Google Maps and the physical location also helps for GPSs. When people go to, punch in an address in their GPS, you'll come up. It'll also allow you to create a quick short link that you can then give out to people to help them easily and quickly review you. If you want to say like, hey, can you drop me a review? Google will give you a quick short link to do that so that you're not giving them this 5-line URL. You can create offers in there. Right now you can update some closing information for COVID. You can, put in there whether you're open, you're still open. You can provide, a different URL. If you created an online store quickly for COVID, you can do that. You can add any of those updates. You can also set up email notifications to get notified if somebody leaves a review, which is also huge for social media response. You want to know quickly if somebody's reviewing, and you want to show that you're responding to them. You can also add business photos, which is so important too, because again, you want to be authentic, you want to be real, you want to show your business. So add some photos of not only, your storefront if you have it, but some team photos and just some photos that represent that story and that brand. You can also ask questions and answers about your business in there. You can provide some quick FAQs for people that are looking at your Google My Business profile. And there's ways to seed this too, so that you can set it up where you're answering questions that people might be asking in Google, so that your listing will come up to answer their question. So again, just another thing that we dive deep in our bootcamp on to kind of really seed those questions and answers to help your SEO. You can also turn on Google messaging, and you can allow customers to quickly reach you right on Google. So they don't have to go to your website. They don't have to, Facebook message you. They can just quickly shoot you a message right on Google, and then you'll get notified and you can respond to them right away. Everybody knows these days you don't want to click around. You want to Google, get a quick answer within seconds. You want instant results. To be able to provide that for clients, potential clients, anybody, it's huge for your digital marketing strategy. You can also post content to your Google My Business page as you would to any social media page. And I highly recommend this because it not only provides that valuable content, but Google is going to use that to, they're going to index everything, and it's all going to matter with your SEO. If you provide some content in there that answers some searchable questions, Google will serve your content as an answer to people. Just quickly, there's so much you can do in there. You can create events, you can post announcements, you can run offers and, give coupons. There's just a ton in there. So if you take anything from this webinar, definitely verify or optimize your Google My Business page. Again, something we dive deep in our bootcamp, and I'm going to talk about that at the end and share some information about that. So another quick win, we're at number 4 already now, is to develop a content calendar. Why do you need a calendar? It keeps you consistent, organized, strategic, and accountable. It holds you accountable for posting, for providing value, for, again, being authentic and real. And when I talk about being authentic and real, I'm not only talking about doing that so that your potential followers are given information, but Google's algorithms work in a way where they're scanning for authenticity and for answers. Google's mission is to serve the most valuable content to the people that Google things. You want your information to get in there. and Google is onto everybody now. It used to be different, but now they know how to weed out, the spam or the keyword stuffing or, the sell businesses. They want you to provide value and answers to users. So having a content calendar keeps you consistent and holds you accountable to providing that information and answers to people. This is just a quick snapshot of the calendars that we offer, which I'm going to talk about in a second too. But you want to use your calendar to ensure you're posting regularly. It will identify open days you're not posting, and it will help you guide your post towards your ultimate marketing goals and keep a unified voice across everything that you're posting on social media. It can also keep all of the ideas and the inspirations and all of your plans in one place. When it comes time to post, you don't want to be scrambling through your desktop looking for that picture, the link, all of the information that you wanted to share. It will house all of it in one place. It can also show if you're overlapping things. If you're creating a campaign, it will show, okay, I posted on this day. Now I need to follow up on that day. And it allows you to do all of your research and create and execute kind of like all in one place. It also helps you, like I said, stay on track with your messaging. And when you look at your analytics, it can help you identify patterns of content that does well. If did something you post on a Monday do better than on a Friday, that kind of stuff. And we recognize that so many small business owners, again, we don't have the time to do a ton of things. We're busy running our businesses. We also might not have the resources to create and develop all of this content. So at Imagine Social, we offer a complete 2020 content calendar and live stream calendar. All you have to do is take the content we created and post it. We're also developing industry-specific calendars. We have a realtor's calendar and a salon calendar and like a beauty businesses calendar launched already. And we're working on like fitness, wellness, yoga instructors, insurance agents. But right now we also have a high-level small business calendar that has a ton of great content. It has all the holidays, the trending days, the awareness days. It has live stream prompts. It has story prompts. It just has everything that you need. And I know so many calendars out there, they just hand you a prompt and you have to write the content. We give you royalty-free images. We give you the content. We give you the hashtags, everything ready to post in there. So either way, whatever tool that you use, we use Trello. Ensure that it allows you to not only be consistent, but you have a place to go back and put some of your analytics in there so you know what works. So quick win number 5. We kind of have to go through these quickly so that you're not on here for 2 hours. I want to really keep it to an hour to be mindful of and respectful of your guys' time on this Monday evening. Okay, so quick win number 5. Don't sell. When it comes to posting, there is a right and a wrong way to post. And it all goes back to authenticity and being real. People want and they expect you to provide them value. They expect you to make them feel successful and make them successful. So you have to do that. You have to show real stuff. You have to use stories. You have to go live. Now more than ever, people want to see human life as much as possible. Even if right now we can only see human life on our phone. They want to see your face. They want to see your brand. They want the inside. They want to know things, and they want you to provide them things, answers to questions. So this goes kind of hand in hand with our quick win number 6, which is engaging and responding. You want to join groups. You want to make friends. You want to be genuine. You don't want to just sell and, just push your business and promote. You want to comment. You want to be helpful. So here's a little word art we made to kind of represent some things you can do to grow your followers and engage. But the most important thing you can do is to be genuine and authentic. You don't want to be empty and salesish. People will see right through you, and so will Google when ranking you. Like I said before, Google is looking for authentic, real, valuable answers for users' content. And I know that I keep repeating myself on that, but again, if you take anything from this webinar, take authentic. You need to stay authentic and real. And just a quick note here, having a social media response plan is so important as you're posting and as you're engaging and, as you're kind of putting yourself out there more. We dive deep again into this in our boot camp, but I wanted to give everybody that's attending the webinar a little gift. So we have a free response plan template so that we want to give to anybody that's attending this webinar. So if you want a copy of our response plan, which is super fleshed out, it talks about how to respond to negative, positive, it talks about neutral, it talks about best practices, and it's a template for you to personalize it to your brand and your business. So we want to give, we want to give it away to everybody that's joined us today. So drop a comment below if you want a copy of our response plan, and we'll follow up and we'll send you the free template. Again, it'll just help guide you on how to deal with these reviews. I think a lot of small businesses either ignore the reviews because they don't know what to do, or they make the dreaded mistake of arguing back in a negative comment situation. And I always like to say, you don't want to argue. You don't want people to grab their popcorn and watch the comments in this review going back and forth. People feel that like the natural need to defend themselves and defend their brand in these situations, but you don't want to do that. You want to take a moment and you want to have a response plan in place so that you can follow, a specific set of steps that will keep you from arguing back. You want to take it offline. You always want to take it offline. You don't want other people to see you arguing with people. Act like you would if the whole world was watching you respond to a customer, in your store or on the phone, because social media, the whole world can see it. I see some people, definitely Natalie, Michelle, I'll be sending those afterwards. Melanie, we'll definitely be sending you the template afterwards. So we're going to keep moving on because I want to make sure that I get it all 10 hacks in under an hour. Quick win number 7. Email is so overlooked, but it is just as important, if not more important, than social media, because you own your email list and that direct line of communication to people. If a social platform shuts down one day, you're going to lose your whole audience. And this actually happened a few years ago with Vine. And people, marketers, businesses, they lost that entire audience. You don't want that to happen. You want to have that direct line to your current clients, your potential clients, and your community. Grow the lists that you have, organize them, and nurture them. Send your list value in an email. Just like I keep repeating myself, give them value. Don't spam their inbox. Don't just sell your products in your email, and segment your list so that you're sending the right message to the right people. Send personalized message. Don't just send out mass emails to your whole group. Make little subsections of your lists and send personal messages to certain people, that have either purchased certain products or interacted with your brand in a certain way. You also want to ensure that you are storing your lists in a very smart way. You want to take as much information about the person as possible and put it into that list. And you want to organize them in the right way and update them consistently. You want to nurture those whether they're current, whether they're potential. You want to really grow and nurture the list in as many ways possible. And there's so many ways that you can grow a list. You can offer a freebie lead magnet on your website. Offer some type of version of freebie of your product and have them sign up for your email list to be able to receive it. Create a coupon or a special deal just for your email list. Make them feel special for being a part of your list. We get 1 million emails every day in our inboxes. Give them a reason to open yours and not just add you to that scroll list of people they just scroll right past when it's in their inbox. Host a contest or, offer a members only section of your website. Do something that makes them feel special and a part of something. And it all goes back to being real and being authentic and consistent with people. The more that they feel like they're doing business with a person or a community and not just a logo, the more engaged they're going to be with your brands. So, quick win number 8. is website and SEO. Now, I can talk for an entire day, maybe more, about things that you can do and things you need to do for SEO. You can consider outsourcing all of your SEO if you really want to dive deep. But I know for small business owners, they just want a few small, quick things that they can do, to implement good SEO. Everything I talked about previously with the Google My Business and being authentic, that stuff is truly key with SEO. Because as I said, Google is looking for answers to people's questions, authenticity. They're looking for real. They don't want the keyword stuffing, any of that. So everything I said before kind of leads up to having strong SEO. There's also little quick wins, using alt tags on all of your images on your website and in all of your social media posts. Like Instagram, definitely add an alt tag to your images when you upload them. It gives you that option. And take the set of keywords that you develop. Again, sprinkle them everywhere throughout every post, every blog, every thing you put on your website. At any place you can, sprinkle those keywords. And constantly update your keywords too. Make sure that they really are a strong set of keywords for your business. Again, that's something we jump into in our boot camp. There's so many ways to develop a great set of keywords. There's a lot of tools out there that you can check out too, to help you really refine those keywords, because they're going to go with you everywhere. Just like the tone, just like your story, it's all going to go everywhere. The more consistent you are and the stronger that message is and the more valuable it is, the higher you're going to rank in SEO. Again, be authentic, answer questions, be helpful. Google wants to serve people results that genuinely help them. Provide answers on your website to fill out the FAQ section of your website in a question and answer format. And then submit your site to Google. Google Search Console is a must-have. By submitting your sitemap to Google, Google can then crawl your website. And you can just go to the Google Search Console and start this process. Also, optimize your website. Make sure that all of your image names, are optimized. Don't just, if you're going to upload a picture to your website, don't just use image 0247. Optimize the title name of your image. And there's a lot of tools out there that you can look at to, give you the best practices and that can help you create those. Every single image you upload on your website should be optimized. Make sure your title pages are done, your meta descriptions, don't keyword stuff, but use that strong set of keywords that are sprinkled into your story. And again, authenticity. And then have some other sites linked to your site, show some love back and forth with some other sites that are relevant to your industry, link back and forth to each other, write a guest blog on somebody's site. And don't forget to link throughout your own site too. Link back and forth through different pages of your website, throughout your whole site. And then make sure your website is optimized for mobile. You don't want your website to cut off on mobile. You want to make sure it's not only mobile friendly, but it's optimized, because Google will penalize you for that as well when in all of your SEO and in your search rankings. But most of all, write all of your content for human beings. Don't write them for Google. It used to be back in the day, there was like a keyword area and you used to just, again, stuff that with keywords, but it's not like that anymore. You have to write for humans and, be real. Don't write for Google, because they will pick up on that. And again, everything we talked about in all of my previous slides and everything I've said kind of all relates to all of that SEO and all of those tips. Quick win number 9 is Facebook ads. If you're not using Facebook ads, you absolutely should be using Facebook ads. It's a very easy way to reach highly targeted audiences in a very inexpensive way. You can run ads to grow your audience. You can drive people to your website. You can get leads using a form. The getting leads part, you actually get to build the form right in Facebook. So they don't have to click away and go somewhere else. You can increase engagement. There's so many goals that you can use within Facebook ads. And this is just another topic that we dive deep into in our boot camp. There's a lot to teach about Facebook ads. There's different ways to target audiences. A lot of businesses, they just click boost a post and they think they're done. But while some boosted posts can be effective, utilizing ads with a more specific goal and a target audience, it could be much more effective. They have so many cool tools in the Facebook ad tool where you can create like an instant experience. You can take 10 pictures and Facebook will make a video. You can add text. I mean, if you're not, a content creator, you can become one in the Facebook ads tool. There's so many cool things you can do, and you do not need a lot of experience in it. You can also install a Facebook pixel on your website easily. You do not have to be, web developer, web designer. It's very, Facebook walks you through it in a very easy way. You can create this pixel, which sits on the back end of your website, and it allows you to retarget people that already showed an interest in your brand. For example, you can serve a coupon to somebody who abandoned their cart on your store. So once you set up the pixel, you can then create an ad, and you won't get necessarily the information for that user. Facebook isn't going to say oh, hey, Michelle went on your website but did not purchase something, and here's her information. But Facebook will allow you to create an ad, and then they will serve it to that person without giving you their privacy, without, giving you their information. We all know Facebook got beat up a while back for sharing too much information and privacy issues. But putting the pixel on your website is so huge, and it's really not hard. It just allows you to retarget so many people that have already interacted with your brand. But aside from the pixel, targeting audiences, you can target based on where people live, things they've recently searched, if they're looking for a home, how many kids they have, you can really geek out in there and drill it down and, play around in there. If you've never used Facebook ads before, try it out, do a quick $10, $20 ad targeted to certain audiences and see the response you get. Creating a Facebook Business Manager page is essential. If you go to business.facebook.com, you can link your business page there. And it's within there that you can really start creating ads using some of their tools. I know if you just go right on your business page, you can do some ads, but you're kind of limited to boosting and things like that. But within the business.facebook.com business manager, you have so much more control, and you can create campaigns, A/B testing, things like that. So if you have not tried Facebook ads, try an ad and test it out. And again, in our bootcamp, we dive deep into this, and we have turned people into Facebook ad professionals, seeing big success and a lot of conversion from very, very small ads. And then lastly, our quick win number 10 and our last one. Why are we doing all of this? Measuring what matters is quick win number 10. And let's take this back to quick win number 1, determining your goals. You have to match the key metrics with those goals and only focus on them. You could look at so many of the different analytics from all of these platforms, but why do they matter? Do you need to worry about how many followers you have if they're not valuable followers? If they're not engaging with your brand or converting in any way? You don't necessarily need to worry about the number of likes on a post if your goal is driving traffic to your website. So set up a strategy to track the goals and which key metrics you will use for that goal. For example, if your goal is to build a community around your brand, track the number of new members in your group and how many engagements within the group. If your goal is to increase the number of PR mentions, track the number of times your brand was tagged by an industry influencer and other relevant accounts. At the end of the day, you cannot deposit followers or likes in the bank. So figure out what matters to your brand and how you're going to measure it, and then shut out all of the other noise. The two things, authenticity and noise, those are the two biggest things I hope that you take out of here. Okay, so I just gave you a ton of information, and I gave you 10 quick wins that you can implement right away. And I know your head is probably spinning, so I'm going to talk quickly about a few ways that we can help. We offer content. Hi, Sandra. It's okay if you're late. You can definitely watch the video afterwards. I'm going to leave this video in here, and anybody can comment or ask us questions at any time. So if you missed the beginning of the video, you hopped in the middle, you can watch it afterwards for sure. So, how can we help you? I know there's so much noise out there. There's so much to do. I know everyone is super busy. So, here's some ways that Imagine Social can help your small business. We offer products and services to help every small business, whether you're creating or redesigning your social media or digital marketing strategy. Our team can help you provide the tools and the training to not only build your strategy, but we can manage it too. We offer boot camps. I talked about them throughout every one of the quick wins that I just gave you about diving deeper. We dive deep in our boot camps. We have a different topic every single day. I know some of the people in this group I've seen commenting have either attended our boot camp already or they're doing it right now. So again, we go way deep into all of these. So much info. I'll need to rewatch this. Oh, that's great. Thanks, Barb. So yes, we dive deep into all of the topics I talked about, from Google My Business to Facebook ads. We go very technical, hands-on, and we build things together. We also offer complete content calendars and live stream calendars. Again, we give you royalty-free images, all of the content. We don't just give you prompts like some of these other calendars out there. We know you don't have the time to build your own content, so we give you the full content calendar and live stream calendar for just $39. It includes shareable images, IG highlights, like your Instagram highlights icons, stories. It gives you all the trending days, all of that and more. We also have strategy lounges. In our strategy lounges, you get everything you need for your digital marketing strategy with a whole team behind you. We give you Facebook Live guides, content libraries, worksheets, video trainings, and every week we update it with a new blog, a new live prompt, new email narratives. And there's just so much more in there. And you can also host your blog in our lounge. It gives you the ability to build your blog on there and then share it, with your community. And we have weekly strategy calls where everybody kind of jumps on and we talk about what's going on in the lounge. And then with our Platinum Lounge, you get a one-on-one call, usually with me every month, and we talk about your strategy. So we also, for those of you who don't necessarily have the time or the desire to learn how to do your own social media, it's just too much for you, you want to outsource it, we do also do social media management. We'll post for you, we'll monitor for you, we'll grow your audience for you. We do all of that, and we have packages starting as low as $99 a month. So very hands-off, we can do it for you. We also do training sessions for companies. We can come in and we can teach your team what we do so you don't have to outsource. So tons of information again. Feel free to reach out to us, contact us. We're here to help, whether you go to imaginesocialmedia.com. You can click on contact us. You can DM us on Facebook, Instagram, whatever you want to do. You can comment below. You can, now that you're a member of this group, you can ask any questions in here. I have no problem hopping on and, helping everybody, because we're all in this together. Everything that's happening in the world is scary for small businesses. So, from one small business to another, I want everybody to survive. But you need to be posting on social media and you need to be focusing on digital marketing right now to sustain your business in so many ways. So again, start the conversation with us, contact us, info@imaginesocialmedia.com, drop a comment. We can help you create the right blend of digital marketing services for you and for your brand. So I know I shared a ton of information. I hope, that to connect with each one of you, and I will jump in the comments and answer any questions that you guys might have. So feel free to, drop some of those in there now. I hope I was able to give everybody some tips and some resources to grow their business. But most of all, I hope I inspired some of you to, jump on social media and to be real and to be authentic and to share your story, because we all have a story. So thank you everybody for joining, and I hope to connect with you in the group. Have a good night.